They said he was only famous because of his last name. They said he could never live up to the legacy of his father. They said he'd always be in the shadow of Cristiano Ronaldo. But what they didn't see coming was this match. The moment the world realized that Cristiano Ronaldo Jr. isn't just the son of a legend. He might just be the next one. This is the story of the match that turned Cristiano Ronaldo Jr. into a superstar. And it all began with pressure, doubt, and a name too heavy for most kids to carry. From the moment he kicked his first ball in front of a camera, the world was already watching. His touches were compared. His goals were analyzed. Every step was under the spotlight. Being Cristiano Ronaldo's son meant two things: endless opportunity and relentless expectations. But while the cameras loved him, critics weren't so generous. They questioned if he had the talent, the drive, the discipline, or if it was just a gimmick to keep the Ronaldo name alive. At youth level, every pass he made was dissected. Every goal he scored was either called lucky or said to be against weak opponents. But then came that game. The one match that flipped the script. It wasn't some high-profile U18 international final. It wasn't even a major televised event. It was a youth match in the heart of Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, where Cristiano Ronaldo Jr. had recently joined the Al Nassr youth setup following his father's blockbuster move to the Saudi Pro League. The local crowd didn't expect much. They had heard the name, sure, but they came to see curiosity, not greatness. What they got was something unforgettable. The whistle blew. The game began. And within 3 minutes, Cristiano Jr. had already created a moment of brilliance. He weaved past two defenders with ease, did a step over that looked all too familiar, and curled a shot from outside the box that smacked the post. The crowd gasped. This wasn't just some celebrity kid. This was a baller. And he wasn't done yet. By half-time, he had scored 2 goals and assisted another, all with the poise and flair that made his father famous. But it wasn't just the stats. It was the way he moved. The way he controlled the ball. The hunger in his eyes. The leadership. The confidence. For the first time, the world saw Cristiano Ronaldo Jr., not as a copy of County Route 7, but as his own rising force. By the end of the match, he had 4 goals, 2 assists, and had left defenders in tears. Coaches from rival teams came to shake his hand. Scouts started whispering. And videos of his performance flooded the internet, faster than wildfire. Millions of views overnight. Comment sections filled with shock and admiration. He's got it. Like father, like son. The next Ronaldo has arrived. But let's not pretend it was all sudden magic. This wasn't luck. This was years in the making. Behind that one incredible performance was a childhood of sacrifice. While other kids slept in, Cristiano Jr. woke up at dawn for training. While others played games, he studied his father's matches. He watched footage, practiced moves, perfected finishes. He learned not just how to play football, but how to live it. His father didn't hand him anything. In fact, County Route 7 is known for being strict, for pushing his son, for expecting nothing less than excellence. There are stories of young Cristiano Jr. crying in training because the drills were too intense. Stories of him being denied desserts while friends indulged, because winners don't eat junk. And stories of him being told, if you want this, you have to earn it. And earn it he did. That match in Riyadh was a turning point. Not because it proved the doubters wrong, but because it proved to himself that he belonged. That he wasn't just wearing a name, he was building one. After that game, the buzz didn't stop. Interviews, headlines, analysts breaking down his footwork, and more importantly, respect. The other players at Al Nassr began seeing him as a leader, someone to learn from, and fans who once scoffed at the Junior Ronaldo started calling him Cristianinho the Wonder Kid. What makes the story even more emotional is how his father reacted. Cristiano Ronaldo, who has played at the highest level for 2 decades, was seen crying while watching the highlights. In a private interview later, he admitted, "I saw myself in him, but I also saw someone better." That statement alone shook the football world. Because for a man who's broken every record, calling someone better is no small thing. But for a father, seeing your son rise on his own terms, that's the ultimate victory. From that moment on, Cristiano Jr.'s life changed. Brands reached out. Endorsements were offered. But the family kept him grounded. No flashy deals. No distractions. Just football. just work. Because they knew, this was only the beginning. But here's the twist, what truly made this match so iconic wasn't just the goals or the fame. It was the context. The pressure. The scrutiny. The comparison. And yet, in the face of all of that, Cristiano Jr. didn't fold. He rose. He performed. He inspired. It reminded fans around the world that greatness doesn't always wait for adulthood. Sometimes, it shows up early. Hungry. Humble. And ready to take over. And let's be real, this isn't just a story about a football match. It's a story about legacy. About proving yourself in a world that's already decided who you are. About turning criticism into motivation. And about carrying the weight of a surname not as a burden, but as a launchpad. Cristiano Ronaldo Jr. might be young. But he's already sending a message to the football world. He's not here to be a shadow. He's here to shine. To play. To dominate. And if that match in Riyadh was any indication, we're not watching a boy pretending to be a star. We're witnessing the birth of one. So next time someone says he's only famous because of his father, show them the tape. The footwork. The vision. The fire. Tell him to watch the match that changed everything. The one where Cristiano Ronaldo Jr. stepped out of the shadow and into the spotlight. This is only the beginning. And if his name wasn't already unforgettable, now his game is too. Cristiano Ronaldo Jr. is here. Not just as a name on the back of a jersey, but as the future of football. And the world. It's finally watching him, not because of who his father is, but because of who he is becoming. Because in football, there are moments that define players. That ignite careers. That silence the critics. And that match was his.